All right, well, good morning. I'm Karen Davis, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Public Relations for JAUNT. And last month I spoke about transportation in Charlottesville on a bigger scale, but today it's all about JAUNT. So if you have any questions, let me know as I go along. Feel free to interrupt me. JAUNT's been a part of this community for 39 years. We started in 1975, and we were a coordinated human service agency transportation. And actually it was JABA, Region 10, and I believe, I'm missing one, the ARC, all came together and said, you know, why are we all running our own transportation systems? Why don't we get together and form one that services all of us? And so JAUNT was born. It used to stand for something. JAUNT no longer stands for anything. When we became incorporated, we just became JAUNT. I get that question all the time. But next year we'll be celebrating 40 years, and we're really excited. So we'll have a whole series of events and lots of information, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So what is JAUNT? We are a regional transportation system. We serve Abemarle, Buckingham, Charlottesville, Fluvanna, Louisa, and Nelson counties. We also have grant opportunities, so sometimes we kind of spill over into other areas as well. And right now we are working with Rapidan Commission, and we provide transportation from Culpeper and Madison. So if you're going up 29 North and you see our buses coming and going, that's just another piece that we were able to add on. So anytime we have an opportunity to do those kinds of things, we do. This gives you kind of a quick picture of where we go. So basically, in a nutshell, demand response service is what JAUNT does. It means that we are not running a fixed route like a CAT bus. Everything we do is by reservation, even the commuter routes. So before you get on a bus, you need to give us a call or send us an email so that we know what to expect you. We do a lot of human service agency transportation, especially for JABA. But also for other groups as well. We do a lot of work with Patcham. We do a lot of work with Boys and Girls Club. We do a lot of work with Head Start now that we have additional monies available to do that as well. Rural public transportation, of course, is what we specialize in. So we started off in Charlottesville and we just kind of expanded. Kind of services we provide are transportation within a community, midday service to Charlottesville, and sometimes commuter routes as well. That's kind of the three-step package that we offer. Our service is, we provide what a community wants. So the Board of Supervisors, that's where we start, that team of people. They say, this is how much money we have to spend on public transportation. This is what's most important to our community, so what can you do for us? So, for instance, in Buckingham, the only thing we provide are commuter routes. And we actually just put a third one on, and we have waiting lists, and we have a 28-passenger bus. So that's what they really wanted to focus on, is getting their workers into Charlottesville so that they could, be employed. And there you go. We have commuter routes also from Nelson County. We have a commuter route also coming in from Fluvanna County. And Buckingham. To give you some perspective, 350,000 trips. So that's what we do. And we have a staff of about 100. And so most of those positions are filled by drivers, as you can imagine. We have a very lean, mean machine back at the office providing all the support that they need. Our dispatching office is something you should come see sometime. They have like 4 screens up. They're monitoring where the buses are, they're monitoring how efficient we're being, they're answering calls to passengers who are looking for their buses. It's quite an operation. Where does our funding come from? We are, where it starts is in the localities, and that's why, over the years you've heard me panic when we were cut during the bad economies, but it starts with the localities. So the Board of Supervisors, as I said, okay, this is how much we have to give to public transportation. And from that, we draw down state and federal funds. Of course, we do charge a fare, but if you know anything about public transportation, that never covers the whole cost of the public transportation, whether it's trains, planes, or buses. So it kind of, everything works together. And of course, we do, agency service too helps provide. Who can ride jaunt? So this is one of the big questions I always get. Anyone can ride jaunt. In all of those communities that I mentioned before, there are regular rates for community members, and then there usually are reduced rates for anyone who is 60 and older and anyone that has a disability. The one little asterisk that I'll put is in Charlottesville and urban Abemarle, I'll talk a little bit later, we provide a different kind of service, and anyone could ride jaunt in those areas without going through the application process, but then it's $15 a trip. And the reason it's so high is because the local taxis took us to task a couple of years ago and said, you know, can't charge a low fare for that service, even though it's not taxi service. But
what's the range of rate if you are signed up?
If you're signed up in the urban area, and I'll talk about it in Charlottesville and urban Albemarle, it's $1.50. So that's quite a difference. So application for service, the only place you have to apply in order to use jaunt is in Charlottesville and urban Albemarle. Any of the other communities require no application. You just pick up the phone, you give us a call, we'll set up a profile, and based on your birth date or your needs in terms of having a disability, we'll automatically give you that discount. It couldn't be any easier, really. So as I was saying before, it's kind of unique in Charlottesville. Normally, a transit company will offer their own paratransit service, but over the years, CAT and jaunt paired together, so we provide that service for them. The ADA said that anytime you have a fixed route system where you have buses, you also have to have this door-to-door service for people with disabilities that can't meet all their needs on the regular bus. So in a perfect world, anybody with a disability would just hop on the regular bus. But as many of us know, there's a lot of trips that are difficult to do on a regular bus, and also there are disabilities that affect someone's ability to use the regular bus. And it's really it's a great application in that it takes into account a lot of things, like what's the distance to the bus stop, what's your ability to wait, what's the condition of the sidewalks. I mean, they take all of that into consideration when they take a look at an application. The important thing to remember is that it's based on a person's disability and how it affects their ability to use the regular bus. It's not age-based. So if you have an able-bodied 80-year-old person who lives very close to a bus stop, they may or may not get certified. They take a look at that, but it's not an automatic qualifying, quality or whatever. Yes. So how does a person use jaunt? We are very phone-centric, which most of our passengers really love. So you give us a call and you set up your date, time. We put it into our system and get you back to. Yes? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, Jaunt Friends. Jaunt Friends is our nonprofit division. There's Elizabeth. She was so sweet to do that. And we are, it is one of the things that we love about Jaunt is that we have Jaunt Friends because we provide small fare scholarships through Jaunt Friends to the passengers who are struggling to meet their fares. Through the Jeans for Jaunt Friends program, that was launched just to celebrate the 5th year of Jaunt Friends, and it continues today, and it's raised over $1,000, which is really exciting. We have 5 companies participating regularly, Jaunt, of course, being one of them. And our big news with Jaunt Friends is I did apply for a Obama Works grant, and we received it. So we're very excited. Yay. So what that is going to enable us to do, and this is really important for you to hear, well, the first thing is we actually bought a used power chair, which is so exciting because we were doing training on manual chairs when actually most of our passengers use power chairs. So this is going to really help our training. The other part is we're going to be able to offer larger fare scholarships now, 2 per quarter for the next 2 years, to passengers who need more than just a book of 10 tickets. So you'll be getting more information about that. We're meeting this coming Wednesday to sort of try to flesh out what that application process will be like. But we're very excited about that. And that's it.